In this example, we are going to suggest one complete cycle graph of the y equals 3 minus 5 times sine of pi x plus pi over 4. Refer to the pattern y equals k plus a times sine of bx plus c, where k is 3, a is negative 5, b is pi, and the c is pi over 4. So we're gonna make a list. Let me clean this up a little bit. So this is pi x plus pi over 4. Make a list. The a equals negative 5. The b equals pi. The c equals pi over 4. And the k is 3. The a, we obtain the amplitude from the absolute value of the a, or absolute value of negative 5, which is 5. And the note, since a is less than 0, so will be the reflection about the x-axis. The b value is used to compute period, which is 2 pi divided by b. The b value is pi, then the period is 2. And then with the length of the 2, we break it up into 4 equal subintervals. The width of 4 equal subinterval is period divided by 4, which is 2 divided by 4, or 1/2. The value c and the value of b together is used to compute the phase shift, or use the formula negative c divided by b. Negative c, or negative pi over 4 divided by b, which is pi. And then I write the division into the form of multiplication of the reciprocal. Therefore, I get the phase shift is at negative 1 over 4. And negative 4 is the beginning of the cycle. This is the start point of the cycle. The cycle starts at negative 1 over 4 and go with the increment 1 over 2, which is the same as the increment 2 over 4. That means I can obtain the next point by adding 2 over 4 to negative 1 over 4 to obtain the point 1 over 4, and then 3 over 4, 5 over 4, and 7 over 4. Next, we're gonna use these 5 values for the input of the x. And before we doing that, we are going to look at the vertical shift. The vertical shift, we're using the k is 3, so that means the vertical shift is 3, and that tells you the range gonna be 3 minus 5, comma 3 plus 5. The 5 is the absolute value of the a. That tells us the minimum is at negative 2, the maximum is at 8. For the list of the value of the x from what we obtained here, so we put in negative 1 over 4, 1 over 4. And the next gonna be 3 over 4, 5 over 4, and 7 over 4. The second column, 3 minus the value of the sine, and the value, we just use the list of the 5 key values based on the unit circle. For the value of the sine, I put a note here. For the unit circle, the y coordinate for the sine value starting from 0, 1, 0, negative 1, and back to 0. Or make a list as 0, 1, 0, negative 1, comma 0. put it here, 0, 1, 0, negative 1, 0. This is a shortcut to complete the table. Otherwise, you have to enter like manually, replace the x with the 0, multiply by pi, adding by pi over 4, which too much work in algebra. If you understand, this is a quick way to complete the table. Then simplify the second column to get 3 minus 0, which is 3. 3 minus 5, which is negative 2. 3 minus 0, back to the value 3. 3 minus 5 times negative 1, which is 3 plus 5, or the value 8. 3 minus 0, back to the value 3. So to confirm, the maximum is 8, the minimum is negative 2. Complete the table by putting together in the order pair. So negative 1 over 4, comma 3, 1 over 4, comma negative 2, 3 over 4, comma 3, 5 over 4, comma 8, and 7 over 4, comma 3. As we know, the minimum is negative 2, the maximum is the value 8. So I'm going to make the increment as 4 here and then 8. This is negative 4. So that means I'm going to have to make a mark for the negative 2. The phase shift is negative 1 over 4. I'm going to use this point as 1 over 4. Negative 1 over 4, sorry. This is negative 1 over 4. And with the increment of 2 over 4. So jump over here is 1 over 4. And then 3 over 4. 5 over 4. 7 over 4. Locate the order pairs on the graphing area. At negative 1 over 4, the function value is 3. And at 1 over 4, the function value is negative 2. At 3 over 4, the function value is 3. At 5 over 4, the function value is 8. At 7 over 4, the function value is back to 3. And then we connect all the points with the smooth curve. We get the reflected graph, as you see, because the A is negative, reflected graph of the side, and translated to the left to the point negative 1 over 4. Since the phase shift is negative 1 over 4, the period, that means the length of the graph, like from the left end to the right end with the length 2. And break it up into 4 equal subintervals. And the width of each interval is 2 over 4, or 1/2. To look at the better looking graph, you see at the negative 1 over 4, 1 over 4, 3 pi over 4, 5 pi over 4, and 7 over 4. And use the key point. Then we get the sketch of the graph in one complete cycle of y equals 3 minus 5 times sine of pi x plus pi over 4.